We are back at it, continuing to persevere through the Click-a-Mageddon. We are now on my week 7.
My week 11, and she's a way better host than I am, so.
And we are going to go over our results. Now, quick disclaimer, I actually saw my weekend.
You did? Oh no.
So I already know it's in the dumps.
Did you see you saw the whole week? So this isn't a big surprise for her this week. You didn't see my weekend finishing.
I did not. And the only reason I saw my week is because I was trying to find out where my videos are on the carousels or if my videos are not showing up at all. And so I was doing all this investigating and doing all this work and figuring out, am I in the top carousel? Am I in the bottom carousel? Is he in the top carousel? Is he in the bottom? Are we in both? Just doing it all. And I added this column to our spreadsheets, and I was like T1, B3, right, for top and bottom. I went back the next day to check and see why some of our videos weren't being shown at all. So I have this one video that I wasn't shown on there at all, and I was like, okay, well, there's like a bazillion videos. There's like more than 10. And I know a lot of influencers say, don't do it if there's more than 10, and this is why. Went back in there to see, like, well, do they have thumbnails? Like, how are their titles? And I was number 1 from being not shown the day before to number 1. So I feel like Amazon, there is no rhyme or reason that we can foresee why it's there. So that gave me a lot of insight. But anyway, so then I went to go see, well, what were my top selling items? And I thought I could close my eyes and scroll down, but the temptation was too great. So I saw.
More of the story, yeah, we were trying to figure out why clicks have been so down in the past few weeks. It's happening across the board. And some really popular influencers have kind of said that they can pull the data together and figure out what's doing well, what they can change. And we tried to do the same thing, and our big take was, doesn't matter.
And I did a test, like, was that the only one that was different? But no, there were ones that he wasn't shown on before that he now is shown on. There were ones that I was showing on before that I wasn't shown on. So there's clearly a lot of testing going on, or maybe like with the high, I will say this, on the ones that we were already shown on, we were still showing up on. If there were less than like a certain number of videos, although you do have a video where there's not like more than 10 videos and he's not showing at all. So he needs to investigate that. But basically across the board, they were constantly changing.
But I lost my train of thought, but if you came here to see our update or see how well we're doing, you've come no further. We'll show our numbers, and then we'll come back and kind of talk about the what and why of what happened, what we think is going on. But those who aren't familiar with this at all, we're talking today about the Amazon Influencer Program, where you do short videos,
review videos
after you've been accepted into the Amazon program. Watch our previous videos if you haven't, and then you get paid a commission when people watch those and then buy the product. So this is, like I said, my week 11, her week 7. We're going to jump right into it, and then we'll talk a little bit about what happened and our plan going forward. So day number 1, I've made some updates. Here you can actually see the week number now and the day of the week. So this would be Sunday of last week. I had 35 clicks and $6.87.
I had 83 clicks and $11.52.
And if you can see the difference, my 35 from my week 11 to my week 9, like right week 9, I was having 144 clicks. So like quadruple, like I've been cut by a quarter of what I was seeing. And Catherine, she's inching her way back up to at least halfway point.
For clicks, but not for earnings, which all depends. I mean, your earnings depend on what they're buying.
Okay.
So you do want clicks. Clicks are great.
So Monday, day 2, 48 clicks and 72 cents.
73 clicks and $1.58.
Yep, I think I had some returns that day. Tuesday, day number 3, 63 clicks and $9.13. If you notice it's getting dark, we're actually doing this outside so the kids can scream in the background to their heart's content. Okay.
I had 77 clicks and $6.56.
Okay, day number 4. Here we go. 46 clicks and $5.88.
75 clicks and $12.55.
Day number 5, I had 63 clicks and almost $1, 93 cents.
And I beat him with 63 clicks, but $1.15.
And so this is about the point 2 weeks ago where we hit the click cliff we were talking about, and we're getting ahead of the numbers right after the click cliff.
Has it only been 2 weeks? Oh,
It's only been 2 weeks, but it seems like a short eternity.
it seems like a short torture.
And our clicks are coming up, but so are the amount of videos we have uploaded.
I didn't upload any videos this week, did I?
Not very many. We're outside, so we have
Holy
some aeroplanos going over.
Whoa, that is really close.
I think we're near an airport.
Ooh.
We are.
Let's do a video of how close that is next time.
Okay, Friday, day 6, I had 54 clicks and negative $1.06. So that dollar I earned the day before, gone, right out of my pocket. It's just ripped right out of my pocket.
63 clicks and $7.46.
Okay, so I admittedly, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. I did have a little bit of a rally the last day.
Whoa!
60 clicks and $20.67, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my take on that number going forward and how it kind of changes my perception of the entire Amazon influencer program from what I've been telling earlier. But what was yours?
81 clicks and $2.09.
Yeah, so that last day when I rallied, I had several small item sales and one big ticket item. Some of the big ticket items that before the cliff I was getting quite often, but wasn't. And so I have a couple hot takes before we get into the rest of the figure. That one, I know we've told everyone to
give up.
Just yes, give up, and then review everything and everything, whether it's $5 to $500. But I'll tell you what, when you do get those high ticket item sales, they really make a difference on those days, and they're really painful when you get a return on them too. So it's a double-edged sword, but chances are less is going to be returned than you've gained. So those high ticket items are the big money earners, and then the smaller ticket items are the consistent breadwinners in my mind.
Did I have any returns?
I believe you had 5, and I believe I had 9 for the entirety of the week.
So for me, that's good then, because I had returns, but they never cut into my profit.
Not as bad as me.
Okay, here, look at this. What the heck? Oh, that one's not nearly as close. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna unload the rest of it here. So total new videos. I did 12 new videos last week. It brought me up to a total of 92. I've been really excited to hit that 100 video marker. Okay, so on our clicks, ignore the decimal points. I had copied and pasted some stuff. Anyway, I had a total of 371 clicks for the week, up from 258 the week before, and Catherine had.
I had a total of 515 clicks. What's discouraging to me is we had pretty much, I had double the clicks, but not double the income.
Oh, interesting.
The earnings are almost identical.
So here goes my theory on what's happening right now. I love how it's getting more campfire-y. What I'm really hoping for is this is the end of the third quarter. And I think that typically companies probably aren't running as many sales. People aren't spending as much money. We're about to go into the holidays, and I'm hoping that this is just a traditional dip, and that things will improve. Because according to my stats, the prior month and even before the click cliff, 100 videos should be giving us a net gain of around $400 to $500 a month per 100 videos we put up. Right now, after the cliff, we're getting about $200 to $250 per month. So even if that were the case, this is the question of whether we should keep doing that. Even if that were the case, per 100 videos, if we're making $250, I think that would be worth keeping it going. However, it would be much better if it was $500 per 100. But my guess, we're coming into October. Amazon is doing another Prime sale. Prime Day, which should boost sales. I think as we go into the holidays, things will get started picking up again. So I'm excited to give our review next week. And one thing we might do, because this is a weekly review, we might do a September review, because we just finished up the entire month of September. We can kind of take a look at how things went.
Well, do we need to do a video? It sucked.
It did suck, but I wish
I'm the realistic one.
No, I wish every week when we did these videos it would be like, this is crazy. But it's like working harder, making a little less. It's painful, but once again, I think we're in the retail space. This is the retail market, so it's consumer driven, and then we're at the what's the word? We're at the discretion of Amazon of where they want to place our ads on. Really, those are the two factors right there. How much people are buying those products and how much we're being shown our videos to those customers buying those products. So that's our review for this week. I had a total of $55.89, bringing me to a grand total for 11 weeks of $517.
And this week I earned $48.27 for a grand total of $452.21. So in 2 months, I earned $450. That is not nothing, but for those of you that are interested in doing the program, it's a fair amount of work. I've put a fair amount of work into that. And I will reflect a little bit if I think that if the payout is, if there's a good ROI.
I don't think I have anything else to add this week. I'm feeling like we see what happens. Oh, I will tell you this. Do you have any goals for the next month or week, or are you just going to see how it goes?
So I said in our last video that I wasn't going to do it anymore, and that was a bit like tongue in cheek, because it's not like I'm going to go delete all my videos. But I did get to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a step back this week, and I clearly did that. I got 2 new videos up. Couldn't even tell you what they were. I don't even remember doing them. I feel like I got a little break. I feel like I took a step back. I am seeing my videos show up on the carousels, so they're there. So that tells me that what I might need to consider is what I'm reviewing. In the past, what I've reviewed is just the stuff that I've wanted, that I've purchased, that makes sense to me. I don't really feel like going out and buying things to review for Amazon that I don't need. That sounds silly to me. But it does make me reflect a little bit on what do people want, and you could consider that during the time of year, like what are people looking for right now? Because like I have a lot of swimming stuff. People aren't going to be buying swimming stuff, whereas, you know, they may have it like a few weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, they totally were, but now they're not. And so I need to reconsider. Like I have some swimming things that I'm not going to be getting clicks on. So I need to reconsider, like, what do I need to be doing reviews on that are more wintry, fallish type items. So I just need to reflect on what will be getting clicks for the time of year.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good case. We're coming to the holidays. We have Halloween. We have December. We actually have like some YouTube videos with some affiliate links that we did like several years ago that still make us money every October. So considering that, one of them is looking into how YouTube can help make us more money. A lot of our posts are doing really well, but they're starting to taper off as the summer's left. So I think it's consistent of the kind of things we've been posting in the summer. For me personally, I think I'm going to set a goal of 50 videos per month, which means I need to be quick and efficient with the videos I do, and just get them up quickly. And I'm optimistic about the future of this program.
I'm just looking over my last 2 weeks, and my clicks really did not change. They are almost exact for the last 2 weeks. It looks like they picked up a little bit towards the end of the week. So one thing I did this week was I went and looked at my headlines, looked to see did they really elicit a need for somebody to watch the video. So that's one thing I did. I looked at where my items were on the carousel. And then, like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to see what was selling, and that kind of made me reflect on what I have in my storefront and what would be selling during this time of year. So we mentioned way back when, a few weeks ago, like it's about quantity, not quality. It's a joke. It's about quantity plus quality. But when you have quantity that's not in the right selling season, like Gabriel brought up, because this is a retail space, that quantity really doesn't really exist if people aren't going to be purchasing it. You know, it will benefit you in the right season, but it's not benefiting me right now.
So,
Another thing I looked up, you can include this or not, but I have a couple items that are getting the 0 clicks, and I was trying to figure out why, and the price went up. Like so much that it's complete.
things aren't as on sale as much because
Yeah.
at the end of the year they're trimming back. They're getting ready for the fourth quarter. That all makes perfect sense now.
But it's much more cost effective to get these items just at a local grocery store. And so, I was trying to take into that. So this is not entirely passive income. It's not a set it and a forget it. You really do need to be analyzing, reviewing, reconsidering, and asking yourself, like, what items do I have? What items are going to be beneficial for me? Why aren't these selling? Why aren't they showing up? Like in his instance, why isn't this showing up on the carousel at all? And am I enticing people to want to click on my video?
I really feel like we could talk for another hour, and this kind of makes me think that one of the things we did last week was a kind of Q&A video. And this makes me want to do like some more lives and actually talk about this. Some people have found it helpful, but I feel like we could go on forever because that is so true. It's just making things pop into my mind about the program, but it's totally cyclical and it's totally based on it. And it never occurred to me. I remember last month that everything was on sale. Like whenever I'd look for something to purchase, it was like 25% off, and like, this is a great deal. Let's buy it. I'm not seeing those right now. Everything's more or less full price.
And I just keep thinking, I need to buy another swimsuit because it did nothing for me on Amazon. But you can clearly see, and I brought this up before.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
No, I'm amazed. We're up to 158 subscribers, so if you hit that sub button, thank you. But that's it. If you're in the Amazon Influencer Program, how was your week? We'd love to hear it in the comments. We'd love to hear any questions you have. We've gotten some questions in the past. Please let us know. Are your numbers back to normal? Are you seeing the same thing we are? We inquiring minds want to know.
And today we are featuring this microphone that's making our voices sound so smooth.
Oh, so sweet.
And so clear. And just resonating through to your screen at home.
And these glasses. Right?
I actually got these ones at Costco.
No! Epic fail.
But you can cut that out, and we'll try and find a link.
We're not going to cut it out because that's kind of, it's the truth. Everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.